All right. Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Epic Corporate Call for April 2026. We're thrilled to have you with us tonight, and thank you for being here on time. You still do have a couple minutes. If you have some folks on your team that you don't see in attendance, go ahead and shoot them a quick text, encourage them to be on the call. I will say this is one of the more jam-packed calls we've had, so it's information you're not going to want to miss, but also some truly inspiring words will be shared tonight. So definitely plug in, strap in, get a pen and paper, text your teammates, and we're going to go ahead and get started. But tonight, because it is Good Friday, we are going to start with a special Easter prayer. We can never have too many prayers, never have too much goodwill as we head into the spring. And so we're very grateful that our Senior Vice President, Jamel Meeks, is going to open us up with a prayer this evening. Jamel, are you on the line?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. First, let me say hello to everyone. And it's so good to see you all on the call tonight. And also like to say how great it is to be with a group of people that recognize the importance of this week. We have people who are responding, of course, as we are heading into Easter, but it's also Passover. And we just want to focus our hearts and our minds as we commemorate this season. It's springtime. Spring starts in a couple of days, and we have to remember that spring is new beginnings. Things that are asleep and dead from the winter comes to life in the spring. And so as we prepare tonight to get ready and move into the spring, our clocks, we had opportunity to spring forward. So let's have that in our hearts and minds as we move into the springtime, not only figuratively, but also with our hearts and our minds and our concentration and in our focus and in what we've been called to do. Because I do look at this as a calling, and I hope you do as well. Let's pray. Father, we honor you tonight and thank you for who you are. And we thank you for your loving kindness and great mercy. We thank you that no matter what part of the country we're in, we can join our hearts and minds in prayer, no matter what we believe. Those who are celebrating Passover and those who are celebrating the Easter, the resurrection Sunday coming up, that we can combine our hearts and minds and lift you up today. So I lift up everyone that's on this call tonight, every man, woman that are turning their hearts and their minds toward you for this special weekend. We also lift up the work that you've given our hands to do. You've given us a mind to be a blessing to those in our homes, our families, and our communities. Help us to be community minded as we move forward. Help us as the spring comes, that we would spring alive and we would spring awake and that we would accomplish the things that you set for us to do. We thank you for this company. We thank you for our leadership. We thank you for Nelson, Mike. We thank you for Danette and Amber. We thank you for Cynthia. We thank you for every senior vice president, every platinum, and all of the things that you've given us to have everything that we need to be successful. Your word tells us that you've given us every good and perfect gift, and we thank you for that. So be in our midst tonight. Walk with us as we go into this new season. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you, Jamel. That was very nice. We appreciate that. All right, and we've got some more folks on the line now, so we're going to go ahead and jump right in. Once again, welcome everyone to our April corporate call. You are, of course, an Epic representative, and that means that you are part of a family. The Epic name, it really does stand for something, and it stands for equity, meaning the ability to earn a portion of this company, which is unique in the industry through our benefits of equity program. The P stands for profitability. That's why you're ultimately here. We're here to back you up and to help you be profitable without the usual overhead and headaches that a business would normally have. The integrity is the I. That is, of course, our driving spirit of working together with people for mutual good. And the C is for community. That is the fellowship that we all enjoy, even on calls like this and in our Super Saturdays and any chance we get to be among fellow Epic representatives. You can feel that sense of community, and that really is one of the things that makes this company very special. So, welcome aboard. And as Jamel said, let's spring forward. Let's talk about what we've got in front of us, including a lot of opportunity this month that I think you're going to be thrilled to see some of the promotions, but also to hear some of the words. We have several special guests tonight, so that's also in itself a little bit special. But before we dive in, we do want to make another call out to join the Epic Insider list. This is our text distribution list. Now, you may think that you're already on the list because maybe you're still getting text messages. But if you have not joined this list brand new since the new year, since January, you're actually on an older list that we're going to be purging away. So just to be safe, it can't hurt. Just to be safe, if you're not sure if you've joined this list since January, go ahead and join the list again. There's no issue if you do it a second time and you're already on the list. Just text the word EPIC to 855-957-5608. It's right here on the screen. And of course, you can see the QR code. I know on my screen there's a little blue line. I'm not sure how that happened, and I hope it doesn't prevent you from scanning the code. But just in case it does, just text the word EPIC to 855-957-5608. All right. Now, we have some recognition, some congratulations to folks. As you know, we've had an ongoing promotion whereby when you pre-register for our corporate calls for these once a month calls, you qualify for 500 reward points. So this is the list of representatives who prior to last month's March call had pre-registered. And so just simply by doing what they should already be doing, they have been awarded 500 reward points. So congratulations. And of course, no reason why every single person on this call can't be earning 500 reward points in a month from now simply by pre-registering for the May call. As soon as you get that indication of when the May call is following tonight, just go ahead and jump in, get registered, and this is just our free gift to you and appreciation. Now, a few of those folks who pre-registered also kept their camera on the entire call last month. So, some additional recognition for those folks. Congratulations, Sabrina Peterson, Tammy Hunt, Crystal Malone. You are our March All-Stars for being on camera and on point. Congratulations or welcome also, and congratulations to our newest Epic representative, Gladys Evans. Gladys, we're happy to have you here. You have made a very good decision. You have joined a family of entrepreneurs who truly have your back, who have your success at heart. And that is very unique to be in a business where it's not a zero-sum game, it's not a dog eat dog. It's really about helping everybody up and lifting a hand up and working with others because when you win, we all win. So, welcome aboard, Gladys, and enjoy your first corporate call. And I hope your business is off to a great start. Okay, we do have a couple flash sales to make you aware of. You can, of course, always see the flash sales at myepic.store/flash dash sale. The URL is right there on the screen. That is a Website, of course, you should have bookmarked so you never even have to worry about it. And this month, we've got, or this week, I should say, we've got a couple really cool specials in store. Um, the Epic Deal of the Week, as you know, there's a new Epic Deal of the Week drops every Friday. So this promotion here on the right side of the page, this actually ends tomorrow. Tomorrow's your last day to get 40% off purchases of $300 or more, 30% off purchases of $150 or more. I mean, that is an incredible discount. 40% off a $300 or more purchase. All you need to do is use the same coupon code for all five of these discount levels. The coupon code is stock up, all one word, stock up, and the discount will automatically be applied to your order. So don't miss out on this. Again, it ends tomorrow at midnight. Now let's look at what's happening in this upcoming month of April, which we're obviously already in April. And so these are already available to you. First of all, there is a Super Saturday coming up, and we're super excited about this, led again by our Platinum Senior Vice President, Jovens Moncour, out of Brooklyn. He has been running, along with his leadership, some unbelievable events in Brooklyn. And if you've been there, then obviously I already know you want to go back. If you haven't been there yet, make a point to try to either get to Brooklyn if you're within any kind of a drive, or definitely attend virtually. There is a $10 option via Zoom. Guests are free through that. And then at the door, it's in person, just $20. And again, guests are free. This is April 18th, Saturday, April 18th, 10 a.m. sharp. If you have a guest, all the more reason you want to be there 10 a.m. sharp, because Super Saturdays start with an opportunity presentation. And what a great way to bring and enroll somebody into the business, or even just to have them become one of your customers if they choose not to join the business, but get them exposed to this opportunity, to the products. And then if they decide to stay, you've got a guest to hang out with all day. They're going to continue to learn more and more. And quite frankly, even if they don't enroll in the beginning of the day, they'll probably be excited to enroll by the end of the Super Saturday. And we're bringing back an oldie but goodie. This is a promotion we've run multiple times in past years, but we come back to it because it's very popular, very effective, and very fair. And by the way, whoever made this graphic, I want that baseball jersey. That looks phenomenal. I would, I would love that. Wow, that is so cool. But this is the play ball promotion. Obviously, we just had opening day in baseball, and everybody's got spring fever. And this promotion in April gives you a chance to promote to your next earned position in a much simpler way than typically you would need to do from a production standpoint. Um, Basically, you're going to be able to promote purely on the basis of your personal production in the calendar month of April, as opposed to the normal combination of organizational points and structural requirements that is necessary to promote to ET, ED, ND. The way it works is that you can promote from an IMR to an ET. Doesn't matter if you've ever been an ET before or not. This applies to all representatives who are currently qualified as IMRs. You can promote to executive trainer simply by referring one new personal IMR and achieving $50 in personal customer volume just in the month of April. Very, very attainable, and you can be promoted to executive trainer by the end of the month. Now, if you're already an executive trainer, you can promote to ED with just two new IMRs enrolled in your ET open line and $75 in personal customer volume. And believe it or not, you can actually promote to ED, I'm sorry, to ND. You can become a national director within the month of April if you're currently in ED by enrolling four new IMRs in your open line ED, in your ED open line, and achieving $125 in personal customer volume. Now that is very attainable. If there are EDs on this call, every single one of you should be shooting for this opportunity to get the national director, the stepping stone to SVP. This is a great opportunity. We love the play ball promotion. We roll it out at best once a year. So this is something you want to jump on, strike while the iron's hot with this one. Great, great promotion. Now, there are some guidelines, and you can see all of these, of course, in your back office. But one of the key guidelines is that you can only advance one position. So you can't go from IMR to ED or from ET to ND. But that's that's not a problem because just getting to that next pin level positions you to keep moving up the ladder and moving along your pin positions. You, of course, must have Platinum Plus to qualify. These need to be individual enrollments, not businesses with an EIN. And the promotions are earned, do not, the promotions earned don't qualify for the earned position bonuses, of course. Now, the great thing is that once promoted, you can maintain your new position using these alternative qualifications until standard requirements are met. So it's not like you're going to drop out on May 1st again if you achieve the goal. You're going to be able to maintain it using the same qualifications. And if you do it, and if you keep doing those things to maintain it, again, you'll automatically get to the standard requirements and you'll be all the more better positioned. The promotion will be finalized on May 1st after the month end close. All right, you have an opportunity this month also to earn an extra point on the new Platinum TV subscription. This update that you've noticed in the last couple of months with TV has been exceptional. We have really moved into the new generation of streaming, and we are comparable and on a par with so many of the other streaming services that we can really stand proud promoting, not only using the service for ourselves, but promoting it to others. And this month, you can earn an extra point with a Platinum TV subscription for you or your customers. Now, the deal of the week, I mentioned it earlier. It gets announced every Friday and runs through the following Thursday. Actually, you know what? I made a mistake earlier. I have my days reversed today. I keep thinking it's Friday. So tomorrow morning is when today's April 2nd. Tomorrow morning is when the new Epic Deal of the Week hits, which means the promotion I showed you earlier with the 40% up to 40% off is good through tonight. Good through tonight. So make sure you go to myepiccompany.vo.myepiccompany.com/promotions and get the details on that or use the coupon code. And you want to make sure that you and your customers take advantage by midnight tonight. My apologies for implying that you had till tomorrow. You actually only have till the end of tonight. Going back to TV, we've now made it easier than ever to compare the TV plans. There's a great new chart I'm going to show you in a moment. The channel guide is designed to help you and your customers immediately see the differences and be able to choose the best option for themselves. You can see this guide in multiple different places. You can see it at tv.tv. You can see it in your My Epic app. There is a document with the channel choices, the plan choices at vo.myepiccompany.com. And this is the chart. Very simple to understand, very simple to share with your customers to make sure they can pick the plan that makes the most sense for them. All right, now let's have some recognition. We're going to recognize our top customer producers for the month of March. All right, once again, congratulations to our top customer producers. At OpenLine ET, Dr. Winifred French. At OpenLine ED, ND, SV, and SVP, number one spot goes to Jovens Moncour, and our top OpenLine customer producer at Platinum Senior Vice President, Dave and Carol Silverman. And surprise, surprise, we have a customer club recognition to call out this month, and it is none other than Senior Vice President Patricia Lloyd, who has been a member of at least the 250 Customer Club, I believe for at least a year running, possibly even 2 years running. She continues to set the bar, leading by example, leading from the front, achieving this goal, earning that extra bonus. And quite frankly, we'd love to see all of you recognized in the Customer Club next month. So we encourage you to follow Patricia's example. Get this done. Once you have it, it's a lot easier to maintain because you'll have customers continuing over and over. And yes, you have to get some new customers, but it's much easier to maintain once you have a base in that range of CV. But congratulations once again, Senior Vice President Patricia Lloyd, 250 Customer Club. Don't look down. All right, and congratulations also. Last month we had a promotion to be the first to achieve three new customers, and the first person to get there, winning this amazing prize pack, was Senior Vice President Teddy Moore. Congratulations, Teddy. We also recognized the second person to achieve it, and she also received this great prize pack, Miss Yvonne Graham. Congratulations. Now it's time for tonight's special guests. We actually have three, and I'm thrilled about this because I really enjoy listening to all three of these gentlemen talk about this business, and I'm really looking forward to what they have to share tonight. So, really, without further ado, I am going to turn the call over to these wonderful individuals, these gentlemen who know everything about this business, but more importantly, they want you to succeed. Platinum Senior Vice President Dave Silverman, Platinum Senior Vice President Jovens Moncour, and Senior Vice President Teddy Moore. Welcome, guys.
Glad to be here.
Glad to be here with you.
Dave, do you want to take over the call?
Yes, I will start. Yes, I got muted out. Excellent. Yes, thanks very much, Mr. Gobert. Really appreciate that. And let me get started here. Give me a second here. Bear with me a second. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, so no, I thank the company for inviting me to be on the call this evening. It's truly an honor to speak in front of all of you. And you've got three wonderful speakers this evening, and all of us are going to share a little bit of different perspective on a different subject. And tonight, I want to kind of simplify something that really confuses a lot of people. I don't want to overhype it. I don't want to oversell it. I just kind of want to have it make sense. Because once this clicks in, your confidence in what you're doing in your epic business is going to go way up. So most of us were taught the same path. Go to school, get good grades, get a job with a good company, work hard, and maybe retire someday. And to be fair, that model worked years ago. I mean, that was what our parents taught us. No, that was the American dream. But today, it kind of really doesn't create the freedom anymore. In a job, your model's simple. Okay, think about when you have a job, what do? You trade time for money. You show up, you get paid. You don't show up, you don't get paid. And this is why network marketing is so much better than a job. It's a better plan. It's not only a plan B, but it's a better plan B. So, there's nothing wrong with having a job, but it really has its limits. So, the biggest limits, there's three of them. Number one, your income's capped. Now, someone else can decide what you're worth. They say that the average employee works just enough to keep from getting fired, and the average employer pays that employee just enough to keep them from quitting. Now, it's a lose-lose situation. In network marketing, we have a better plan. Okay. Secondly, in your job, you have no leverage. In other words, you're 1/1. You're just working. You get paid on your own efforts, and if you don't show up for work, you don't get paid. If you don't, basically, if you're not putting in the time, if you're not there, network marketing, again, a better option, getting paid even when you're not there. Okay. So number three, the last thing is, when you work in a job, you can work for 20 years, but you're really building someone else's company, someone else's dream. What happens? You work 20 years in a job and you quit that job. What happens? You've got nothing. Okay. Unless you're in some place that actually has a pension plan, which unless you're in the government, teachers union or something like that. And even there, I've heard some, things about a lot of gotchas in that, So, if you stop working after putting in those years, you're back at zero. Now, if you take on a part-time job and you stop working that part-time job, the income stops. So you're starting over if you stop. So the real shift to success is instead of just working, start building something. And that something you're building is called leverage. Okay. In network marketing, you're not working alone. You build a team, and the team, you get paid not only for your own efforts, but also your team efforts. And when you're talking to people, the reason I'm talking about this tonight is for everyone to understand how solid a network marketing business can be. A lot of people are very uncomfortable with it. They think they're uncomfortable talking to people. They feel funny about it. When people ask me, what do you do? I'm a full-time network marketer. I show people how to build. I show people a system to build their dreams. I show people how to retire, 10 to 15 years early. I show people how to, work for 3 weeks and get paid for 4. So, in building your team and getting leverage, that's where the beauty happens. That's where the greatness happens in this business. So, instead of just one person producing, like at a job, you have multiple people producing. You're getting paid off the efforts of many, many other people. Okay. So let's say you have 10 people and each do a little bit. If you have 10 people putting in, 2 hours a day, that's 20 hours a day. You can't possibly work 20 hours a day. What if you had 100 people? That's 200 hours a day. What if you had 1,000 people? It's 2,000 hours a day. So imagine getting paid not only when you're working, but when you're not working. The leveraging of having many people can outperform, I should say, one person doing everything. So, and what I'll say is, this isn't just theory, this isn't hype, it's math. Okay. And this is where the model really starts to make sense in this business. So layer this on top. Not only are leveraged, but in our business, we have what's called residual income. Okay, or residual, as some people call it. But what it really means is, unlike your job where you show up for an hour, you get paid for an hour. If you don't show up, you don't get paid. Here, you do something once and you get paid over and over and over again. Now, I have customers from years ago that I still get paid on. Now, one time I referred them to a product or service, and they continue to order the products. They continue to stay on the services, and I get paid over and over and over in a one-time effort. That is a great way to get paid. Now, I think if you look at Michael Jackson, he's been gone for a while, but his estate made over $60 million last year on the replays of Thriller and the other stuff. So Seinfeld, same thing. How much do you think he makes on the reruns of his show? Makes tens of millions of dollars a year. That's what residuals can do for you. But most of us don't have that abilities to sing or act or anything like this. Here, anyone can do it. So you do the work once and it continues to pay you. And it's done through repeat customers, product usage, and team activity. As people continue to order over and over, one-time effort, multi-time payout. So now, because your income is not tied directly to the hours that you work, this is where your life really can change dramatically. That's what it did for me. I could only work so many hours in my computer engineering job, and there was a limit to my income. So if I want to double, triple, or quadruple my income, I couldn't work 4 times. I couldn't put in 4 45-hour weeks. That's more hours than there are in the week. So the leveraging is what really helped me in this business, and it created an opportunity for me to retire, walk away from corporate America, 10 to 15 years early before everyone else that I know around me did. Okay, so let's talk specifically about E.P.I.C. Okay, E.P.I.C itself, most companies, network marketing companies, any companies, they limit how much you can earn. In your job, you have a limit on how much you can earn. E.P.I.C does not put any limits on your income. There are no limits. You get paid unlimited with as many people as you bring in. But the other thing that's different from our company, from a majority of others, is you get paid unlimited depth. You can get paid through 10, 100, even 1,000 levels deep in our comp plan. Okay, and that sets us apart. It simply means there's no ceiling built into our business model. So you're not just earning money here, but you're really building something long-term, something that can grow over time. And we also have something that's important, consumable products. See, people don't just buy once, they come back over and over and over. Or if it's a service, they pay that bill over and over and over. So it's a continuing income stream for us. Doesn't get any better than that. So now timing matters. If you're too early, it's kind of uncertain. And if you're too late, it's crowded. We are in the perfect position. Okay. We're the only company that has equity in our company. We also have the best products out there. We have products that no one else has. Our Captivita products, for weight loss and blood sugar control. And me, I lost over 40 pounds. Didn't know if I started exercising, I'd probably lose some more weight. Okay. So we're in a position where, it's a proven business, but we restarted a few years back. We're still growing. There is such an opportunity. What I'll say is, the number one money earner hasn't even arrived at the company yet. Okay. So it isn't about being perfect in this business or having to know everything, but it's about doing a few simple things consistently. Okay. This is a job that pays you for your effort. A job, I should say, a job pays you for your effort over hours, and those hours you work. This pays you for what you build, and that's the difference. So at the end of the day, this isn't about hype. It's about understanding a different model. You can keep trading time for dollars, or you can keep building something that will pay you when you work the business, when you spend time with your family, when you're on vacation. It pays you even when you're sleeping. And that's the difference between us and having a job. So you don't be perfect. You just got to get started. And that's the key. So, when you're talking to people, and I'm closing here, when you're talking to people and thinking about this business and thinking about what makes it better, understand that an hour's effort in the beginning, it's kind of like a snowball, top of the hill. Okay, you roll that snowball once and it takes on a little more snow, more snow. And as it rolls down the hill, it gets bigger and bigger. And by the time it gets to the bottom, it's on a mountain, it's an avalanche. It's taking out trees and houses. And that's how your business can be. Start it building, get one or two, help them get one or two or three, get five, whatever. Now, the leadership, I say, build it 10 wide to begin with. Get 10 people, 10 good driving legs, and you'll set yourself free. So I want to bring on our next speaker. Gives me great pleasure to introduce a good friend of mine, one of the top executives of the company. This man has been extremely successful, not only in our company, but just in everything he does. He's also very, very knowledgeable. Knows 100% of the information. He helps a lot of other people, takes people under wings, helped a lot of other people succeed. Most of all, this guy is just a lot of fun. One of my favorite individuals, one of my favorite trainers of the two trainers that are coming up. I like them equally, but I get to introduce Mr. Joven, Platinum Senior Vice President, Mr. Jovens Moncour.
Wow.
Jovens, are you there?
Yes, I am loud and clear, David. Thank you so much for those accolades. What a great training. You are so right, David. David, you are such a great leader. Thank you for everything that you do. You're always there to help everyone and to always clarify things. I'll say, you basically are part of the Epic family. So I just want to say good evening to everyone. Welcome everyone to the call. Welcome to the month of May. Wow, April's gone. April. Excuse me. March is gone already. What an incredible company that we're a part of. Congratulations to everyone that went out there and got customers. And I just want to thank corporate for everything that they do. Okay, so quickly, let me just get into that snowball effect that David talked about. Going on top of that mountain and pushing down that little snowball, and by the time it gets down to the mountain, it's probably bigger than a house and is just taking things out. And I'm going to talk about prospecting and recruiting. And this is something that we need in this company. And if you really, really want to truly build your business, that's where we have to go. And that's something that has to be worked on daily, guys. There's no magic bullet to it. You just got to practice it until it becomes easy. And it's actually fun. So as I'm out every day everybody knows I'm a real estate broker. I'm also a football coach. So I sat at a football meeting last night with a lot of younger coaches. We onboarded about four different coaches to our football team for the next season that's going to help us, our team. And I'm like, man, I'm going to recruit at least two of these guys. And then how am I going to do that? I was just listening to them. I listened to them speak. I haven't gotten the cue yet for one of them, but one of them I already got a cue. He's a school teacher. He also does, he's also a football coach, but he said he needs extra income. So I didn't approach him yet because I don't know him that well, but in the coming weeks, I'm definitely going to approach him. So I'm doing the business while I'm out. I didn't go out to recruit him. I went to a football meeting, but again, I'm doing this business while I'm out. So let's talk about staying in phase one. That's what that is. Staying in phase one, constantly getting new customers and new business partners. And what does that do? It creates a massive amount of excitement. Okay. Getting new business partners create a massive amount of excitement. You need new blood in your business daily, weekly, if not monthly. I know a lot of you guys on this line haven't recruited a new person in a long time. Shout out to Yvonne Graham for her new business partner and hitting that uh, customer award or that customer challenge. Great job to Yvonne. Of course, great job to the great Mr. Teddy Moore. Also, I want to shout out a person on this line. He's a little bit shy. He's on my team, but he did a great job last month, he had the most people, most guests at our Super Saturday. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for people that's going to put people in front of this business. His name is Mr. Stephen Clark out of Brooklyn, New York. Great job, Stephen Clark, for putting the most guests in front of our opportunity last month. Okay. So always get new blood. It's very addictive. It gives excitement. The second thing that promotion and recruiting does and prospecting does, okay, it builds confidence. Some of you guys have lost confidence. It builds massive confidence. Once you recruit somebody into your business, it gives you that fuzzy feeling inside like, wow, it's actually moving. Somebody sees it like I do, and I want more. I want more of that. And we have a great system. Once you bring the people on board to the system, you know, we set them up, get them promoted, get them paid, it's over. Okay. You want to build a proper business infrastructure. The reason why myself, Ms. Jamel Meeks, that great prayer. Thanks for your leadership, Ms. Jamel Meeks. Thanks for that prayer. Teddy Moore, Dave, you have LaShawna Parker, that's on. I know SVP Patricia Lloyd, and everybody else that I forgot to mention, guys. The reason that we're still here because we built the proper business infrastructure. When you're going out there and you're recruiting and you're prospecting, you want to make sure you get the right people on your team, people that are hungry, people that have high integrity. You want to share the business with them, and then use your upline, do PBRs, use the material that corporate offers, and then before you know it, your team starts to grow. That's the second thing. It builds confidence. The third thing, and this is I think the most important thing, it builds momentum. I say what you call momentum, massive momentum. How many people on this line would like to have massive momentum in their business starting this April, okay? Starting this month of April. So we do have our challenge on the table. Two new business partners. Two new business partners. That's what should everybody. Let me look at how many people are on this call. 1 second. So we have 59 people right now on this call. Let's round it off to 60. Okay? If every one of us go out there and get two business partners this month to get your personal business rolling, guess what happens to Epic? 118 people come into our epic book of business. How many people on this line with a show of either thumbs ups or whatever would love to have 120 new business partners come into this month to come into epic this month of April? Let's go. Let's set
Yeah.
that the goal, guys. There you go. There you go. I see all them thumbs ups. Let's make it happen. Okay. Once you have this massive belief and you have momentum, there's no stopping you. You're going to be like a locomotive that lost their brakes. Oh man, move out my way, because that income's going to kick in. When you start earning an extra 500, an extra 1,000, an extra 2,000, an extra 3,000, an extra 4,000, an extra 5,000, an extra 6,000, an extra 7,000 a month, why would you stop? How many people, if you're earning an extra 5,000 a month, would go for extra 10,000 a month? Wouldn't you keep recruiting? Because that's the key. That's the way to do it. And it creates massive momentum. Now, let me give you a secret. For those of you guys that feel you're a little bit tired, I can't do that. I haven't done that in a long time. Let me give you the secret. You want the secret?
Yes.
Go find somebody else to do it. Recruit somebody else that's hungry, that wants it, that has the drive, that wants something new, that's tired of being tired, that wants the extra money, and bring them into your book of business. So I just realized this week that I wasn't as young as I used to be. And you know how? I went on the track and I tried to sprint. My mind said sprint, but my leg says don't go anywhere, buddy. Where you going? You understand? I realized I wasn't as young as I used to be. When I got into this industry, I was 34 years old. That was 20 years ago. I'm 54 now. I still could move, but probably not as fast. But guess what? I know a whole bunch of people that can move. I know a bunch of young, hungry people that are out of college, that are tired of their jobs, that are looking for additional income because the economy is so rough. That's who you need to talk to. You need 3 to 5 movers and shakers, whether they're in your family, in your church, in your neighborhood, they're somebody else's child. Get them in the business and watch magic happen. Bring them to our system and let us mold them for you. That's called duplication. Duplicate yourself. Duplicate yourself. Okay? And once you create duplication, it creates massive income. It creates promotions. How many people would like to get a new executive trainer or a new executive director or a new national director promoted on their team in this month of April? Show me some more thumbs ups. Let's go. Let's go. There you go. And that's what it's all about. It's not all about you. It's about how many people you can help get promoted. How many people can you help achieve and pay their bills, achieve their financial goals. And if you help a lot of people do that, guys, guess what happens to your goals? All your goals are taken care of also. And that's the beauty of this business. That's the beauty of springing up. Okay, like Miss Jamel Meek says, this is the beauty of Passover. This is the beauty of Easter, where Jesus came up and rose. So it's time to raise your business. It's time to take your business to that next level. It's time to bring your business into fruitful fruition and bring your business, wake your business up, bring your business back alive. And this is what we want to do at Epic. Let's go and look for some more people that we can help. Let's go and look for some more people that we can bless. Let's go and look for more people that could change their lives. So that's my part. Okay. Hopefully that was helpful. But I'm going to bring in an absolutely incredible gentleman. I mean, this guy is like I will call him my coach, my mentor, my I'm trying to look for the good word, not staff sergeant, but my drill sergeant. Okay, my referee. Okay, this gentleman is so knowledgeable. He's so helpful. He's a leader of leaders. Okay, and I appreciate being a team member of Epic with you. And I appreciate being a business partner of yours, but most likely a friend. Mr. Teddy Moore is going to be in New York or in June, and I'm really, really looking forward to crushing that event. So please help me welcome to this call, Mr. Senior Vice President, superstar, Mr. Teddy Moore.
Right, all right. Can you hear me, Joe?
Loud and clear.
Oh man, I am so excited. I mean, you all. I want to give it back up to you, man. I tell you, I appreciate you. I appreciate Platinum Dave. I mean, you guys were in my notes. I mean, you all are in my notes, so this is gonna be real easy. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Mr. Mel Meeks, for starting off with that prayer. I mean, nobody could have said it no better. I mean, you hit everyone's heart, and that's what this whole thing's about. And I like everything that you said because you give it straight with no chaser. You put everybody putting their thumbs up. It's resurrection. Everything was done. Jesus did everything in threes. Here we are Thursday, and here resurrection is Sunday, 3 days from now. So we're gonna make it happen. You put some affirmations out there, and I'm gonna stay with my notes because I only got about 9 minutes because we are gonna open up for maybe some questions. But I just want to say that this whole thing is about being a risk taker. You can't do it in your own. If you're trying to do it in your own, then if your business is not going fast, that means you're in your own way. You get out of the way. Job just spoke it. Job has never said he was a prophet, but he just spoke. Give me 60 people, and look what happened. 61 jumped on. Okay, 61 jumped on. Now I see 59, but 61 was on. They're probably trying to dial back in. Just reset, rehit, come back in. So I'm gonna talk real quick. I'm gonna talk about customers. I love to get customers. I love to sell products. I love to share. I love it. Joven said it was a system. Platinum Dave said it was a system. This is a turnkey business. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. If you're trying to reinvent the wheel, that could be what's going on with it. When we first started in this business, we graduated. We graduated because we signed that application, we got into business. Now it's time to go on. Now, do you want to get paid with your associates? You want to get paid with your bachelor's? You want to get paid with your master's? You want your doctor's? I want a doctor's degree. I want to know everything possible in this industry. I want to become a magnet to people, and you should want to become a magnet with people. I know people say, well, Teddy, you get along with a bear as long as they ain't hungry. You darn right. And I've also found the second thing out. If I'm gonna hang out, if I'm around a bear, I'm just gonna be around somebody I can run faster than. That just came to me. So I'm just gonna run fast, and that's how I do this business. It's not that I'm always getting customers. I try to lead by example, but I talk to everybody. See, you don't have to see when you. I'm talking about customers. You don't have to always go out and say, "I'm going to get some customers." Then you get your feelings hurt because 9 people told you no and you said this doesn't work. No, just go out, and when you're out, just do the business. Make it a part of your life. So I'm gonna stay in my notes because I got some stuff here that'll make sure I give it to you in the next 7.5 minutes. Okay. Um, in this business, you have to grind. This is a simple business, but it's not easy because you got to do what other people, you heard it before, do what other people aren't willing to do so you can have what other people won't have. So you got to grind. You might have to burn the midnight oil. You might have to get up in the morning kind of early. You might have to try to make it happen. And getting customers, what I do, my wife and I, and she's next to me, uh, what we do, we just get up and we just be grateful. We're grateful for the breath of life. Grateful for our health, our strength. We're grateful for this company. We're grateful for the ones that stayed in the fight, the ones on the battlefield, the ones in Epic. You all, we're grateful, and we keep you all in prayer because watch this. Every one of us have leadership inside of us. It just has to unleash. Okay. How do you become a leader? Especially getting customers. You just got to go and do it. You just got to go do it. It's not hard because here's the thing. The products we have, if you get out of selling out of your mind into sharing, the numbers will take off. I share with everybody. I go in the barbershop. If I see somebody limping, I'm gonna keep my PDQ spray. I'm gonna spray them. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna talk to them. I'm gonna keep my conversation about what we do. This is my craft. This should be your craft. It should always be in your conversation. And watch this. You don't have to do it out of desperation because if you're desperate, people do desperate things. So when you're having a conversation about what you have and what you do, be excited for what you got your hands on. Listen, no, no, you need to go back if you haven't already. Go back and listen to TV, the Epic Radio. I mean, I was listening to that the other day, and they was talking about the shares of equity, and Mike Gibble was on there talking, and Nelson was talking, and I think the attorney Saul was talking, and I had to go back and listen to that again over and over and over. We got our hands on something. We're we're in that Google area. We're in that Tesla area. You can't wait till they say we're going to cash in and the IPO going to come into this and say you can cash your shares in. You got to see yourself cashing in today. I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to get into my notes because I know I got 4.5, 5 minutes to go. If you treat this business like the shares are going to be released tomorrow, you'll run like crazy. Because what's going to happen is this, and this is a free nugget. This just came from the top. When those shares are released, it's not about who's going to join your business. People are going to be beating your door down to join your team. And I'm telling the floodgates are going to open. But you got to stay grounded. Most plants, most seeds are grown in the dirt. You got to get down in the dirt. You don't have to shout what's going on, and you have to get down in the dirt because what's in the dark got to come back to light. And I don't want to get off into that because I'll start preaching. I don't want to do that. Information is the key. Watch this. I'm going to throw a nugget out there. Information is the key. An informed mind is a ready mind. I'm always ready. Come on. Come on. Come on. Bring it on. An informed mind is a ready mind. You got to be informed. You got to get into this compensation. You got to live the compensation plan. You got to live the presentation. Okay? You got to study these products. You go to the products, you read the description. Only thing I do is I just have a conversation. We just did an event last week with executive director and soon to be national director um, um, uh, um, AK and Brittany Scruggs. You'll see her name there next month as national director. They'll be there for. And we were just talking to people, and as people was coming in, they was asking us questions. And check this out. It was like 20 doctors that put this on. They invited us out. You know how they invited us out? Let me tell you the reason why they invited us out. The reason why they invited us because they know we're committed. They know we show up. Show up at your events. Show at your vendors. Go out. Get out there in public. Let people know you are. Wear your epic shirt. Wear what you got. Put on something, say CBD. Don't be afraid of your business. Let people know I'm the person. Well, what makes your business so different? All CBD ain't created equal. Well, what do you have different that the CBD stores don't have? We got a patent on our own coffee. Would you like to taste it? What do you like? What kind of coffee you like? French vanilla, hazelnut, B52, Italian rose. What do you like? Oh, I like try this. Okay, great. You got any pain? I mean, just talk to people and tell them. I'm telling you, you ain't got to sell them on nothing. But here's the beauty in this how the customers roll. I know Patricia Lloyd, she could talk all night about getting customers. But let me tell you something. It's not about how many people you expose the products to. It's when you expose it with kindness and watch them refer you. See, watch this. The reason why some people might not want to get involved or some people might not want to get your product, it could be something that goes up to 100. It could be attitude. You might have to, just might have to check your attitude. I know it's starting to get hot. You have to drink lemonade. You can't eat a lemon and talk to people. You just can't do it. It's enough misery going on in the country. People are looking for happy people. And I'm going to tell you something. These CBD products and the grace of God is keep me. I felt when Jovin just told me his age, I like, man, do Jovin know that I'm 14 years older than him? But it's all good. Because when I go places and I referee basketball, I'm talking to people and I'm meeting people, and when they find out I'm coming up on 69 years old, they say, "What are you doing?" Ding, 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 ding. I do CBD. I take the immune boost during COVID, and we all did. See, you got to keep the story before you. Give me 2 more minutes and I'm done. You got to keep your story before you. I took the immune boost. His holy basil, zinc, glutathione, vitamin D. How do you know that? Because I talk about it all the time. And I said it's a shield. Your body got an endocannabinoid system, just like your cat and your dog. And it shields you from all those variants and stuff that comes along. And then you have a conversation with people, just ask them, listen, if you could do anything to improve your health, because when I heard Platinum Jova say this some time ago, your health is your wealth, I say, what is it that you want to improve? And they tell me. And I close my lips and I open my ears. Watch this. Everything that you need, God put it in your heart. HEART. What's in the middle of heart? Ear. So you got to hear with your heart. When you hear with your heart, then you won't be talking about TV when they say I need something for energy. You won't be talking about energy if they say I can't sleep at night. That's why you got to get educated. I'm telling you, you're one step away from your greatness. All you got to do is just tweak a little bit. Don't log off this Zoom tonight and say, oh, it was okay. I'll check out the recording. No, you got to get busy yesterday. Somebody is looking for you. Somebody's depending on you. Somebody wish you had the boldness to say, this does work. And don't be afraid to tell people it's CBD. Oh, y'all into them drugs. No, we're not into those drugs. We got one product that has THC in it, and I keep it on this red platters, Delta 8, Delta 9. That's all we got. Everything else is good. Oh, okay then. So what is this over here? What is this? See, you can't hide nothing, okay? Because there's a lot of people out there who be looking for something. They say, I suffer from PTSD. And my mom went through cancer and my sister got gout. Well, listen, okay. These products help with your inflammation. And when you start having that kind of conversation with people, people will know that you know exactly what you're talking about. People are always watching you. We get a lot of referrals because people watch us. They see us out. They say, can we have your car? You got an event. We had a big, huge event coming up in Greensboro, North Carolina in July. 6-day event. Okay, it's called the Gospel Workshop in America. The late James Cleveland did something. He's doing it for 56 years. We'll be going back there. 4,000 people. They can't wait till we come back. You know why? Because we just don't come to sell, we come to share. And because they see us coming together. Now, I'm gonna cut my training short by just saying this, and then we're gonna open up. I'm gonna say this. If you have a loved one or significant other or someone who kind of doubts what you do, just say, listen, you know, this is really in my heart. This is what I want to do. I want to help people. I want to serve people. Only thing I'm asking you is just to support me. That's all I'm asking, just to support me. And when they release that, they're going to release something that you don't have to worry about that's coming on your inner to know that somebody's got your back. We got your back. We as SVPs, we got your back. But see, we're the new face for Epic. So we used to have the magazines with the different SVPs and the different people in the magazines. We're the new face. So that's kind of only what I really wanted to talk to you all about. I don't know how I squeezed my 10 minutes in, but I got it in there. But I just want you to know that you need to be there for your team members. And we as leaders, we have to have empathy when we're working with our partners because we don't know what they're dealing with. Just be compassionate. Listen to them, help them out. If you can't help them out, then they have to work itself out. And the last thing I want to say, the more you expose Epic, the more Epic's exposed. So the more you expose Epic, the more Epic is exposed. That's my time. So what I'm going to do at this time, I'm going to go ahead and if there's a way, we're going to open up. If anyone has a question, I believe you can unmute yourself. You can ask myself, Platinum Joe's or Platinum Dave, a question. And let's try to limit at national directors and down. We as SVPs, we got plenty of time. We can get together and have our meetings and stuff. But let's open it up. If anybody have any questions, maybe a question might have came up with one of us, and then we'll go ahead and entertain the question, and then we'll try to get as many questions in as we possibly can.
Good evening. I have a question.
Yes, say your name and what's your question?
This is Judy Hendrickson, from Rocky Mount. E.T. Judy Hendrickson from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. I have a potential client that she has cancer, and I wanted to talk to her about the tincture. She has cancer that's affecting her liver and gallbladder. Would that be a good product to introduce her to initially?
Uh, any other SVPs want to address that? Or y'all want me to address it or Miss Cynthia? Okay, go ahead, Joe. I see you unmuted.
Or that which product was she talking about? Cancer?
The tincture.
Yeah, excellent for cancer. Actually, there's a lot of research that says it actually slows down cancer and it kills certain cancer cells. So CBD itself is very, very good for cancer. Also, the capita with the berberine in it is also good for cancer. But I would say the best thing is a combination of the two.
Okay.
Okay.
But
All
you know
right.
what? Before you do any of it, you always want to suggest whether she does it or not. You want to suggest that she just have a conversation with her doctor so
Hmm.
supplements aren't interfering with whatever protocol. But the guys gave you the best answers. Our products are outstanding, and some of our very own reps have had great success using our tinctures and various products with similar challenges, but always check with your doctor.
Okay.
And just to add on to that, something you could say as well is CBD has been known too, but we don't even put a claim on it. And then you go right back and say, matter of fact, what I did, I kept empty bottles that I've used, and I've cleaned them out, and I have them on my table. So when some people say, "Well, I got to give my doctor first," I say, "Tell you what, take this bottle with you." So that's a good idea. If you're a lot of us as partners, don't throw your bottles away. Hold on to your bottles. Just rinse them out and just give them to someone. Say, here, take this right here, to them as well. So we have Miss Eva Gordon. I believe you put your hand up. You can go ahead and answer your question, Miss Eva.
Yes, thank you so much, leadership for the call tonight. My father has his kidneys, he's 79, has gout. His kidneys are 60% functioning, 60. He already has medication for gout he takes off and on. Would Captivita help increase kidney function? I know it's glucose, but kidney function is not always glucose. So how is it? What could help increase his kidney function?
Does anyone have any experience with kidney issues?
Yes, I would like to say something. Hi, my name is Grace Denham, and I'm glad to be here tonight. I've
Hi,
heard a
Grace.
couple of things. Hi. I had a couple of things. I was invited by my overhead, Mr. Teddy, and I am glad to be I'm glad to hear some of this here conversation tonight. Um, I am a herbalist. I'm a certified herbalist. And I've been hearing a couple of different things about cancer. I've been hearing some things even about the kidneys. Um, Captivita is very good and the tincture is very good. But what needs to be done, and I'm not telling anybody, I never tell anybody to leave their doctor, but before the doctor do their remedy or their treatments, it is always good to go natural first. It's always good to go natural first and then adding in the tinctures. And do that underneath the doctor. Do it underneath the doctor. Let the doctor know that you want to do it natural first before they put their spin on it. Because once they put their spin on it, it could spin a lot of things out of control and the body would become weak and won't be able to heal itself or go through the process of healing. It'll take a turn. So, yes, the tincture would be good. The tincture would be good. The tincture would be good for gout. I've already did the research on it. Not only that, you add some supplements to it and some herbal teas to it. But gout and all these things need a detox. Once the body takes a really good detox, and all those things start kind of coming out. You're peeing and you're pooping out all the gunk. It's like a car. You're changing the oil, you're getting the oil clean. So you're getting out all the gunk. Now you take the good things and you put in, like the tinctures, like the Captivita, like a good diet, and a good raw diet for 4 months will eradicate any kind of cancer in the body. But that is coming from me as a herbalist. But that raw diet has to be organic. It has to be clean filtered water and it has to be organic vegetables and fruit. But everything has to be raw. And that will take the body back up to par and now is able to fight whatever it is that's going on in it. But that's all I gotta say. I don't want to be like Mr. Teddy said, I don't want to get to preaching here.
I
Have
But
you,
appreciate
I just wanted to put that out there. But yes, go to your doctors. Doctors will not tell you anything about doing anything natural because they're there to treat your symptoms. You as a patient have to um ask for it or not even ask because it's your body. You have to tell them. You have to tell them, I understand, doctor. I understand that you could do these things, but they're only treating the symptoms. Okay. Cancer is a symptom. Something caused the cancer. That's the root cause. That's what you want to get rid of. The root cause. And then the symptoms of cancer will go away. But just tell them to stay with their doctor and the gout and the kidneys everything. Dandelion tea is good for the kidneys. A good detox to get out the parasitic infection, because that's what gout kind of is. It's
Uh,
it's a par.
can I
I
can,
would have.
can I jump in real quick?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
excellent, excellent. And I believe that actually Dr. Sabi is one of my mentors. I just want to give a couple of that. So thanks for that great information. I just want to give a couple of other. Definitely, I have a client that purchased Captivita and the tincture from me. He was on dialysis, and his kidney was failing. He was able. He got really depressed. He was able to start urinating properly. A lot of the
Momentarily.
Yes, a lot of the inflammation and what you call edema. He had a lot of liquids in his body. All of that came out, and we're all adults here. As a man, he had lost his manhood, and it kind of woke back up. So, using the Captivita and the tincture. So, yes, I agree with the young lady that spoke, and Cynthia. We got to check on your doctors, but again, you have to do your own research. It's so very important.
Exactly.
All right,
And
thank
you know
you.
what, you know what, everyone, we could always plan another call where we address some of these issues, but we've got 4 more slides to go. So please, maybe we can take one more call and then we've got to move to the rest of the slides.
Okay, good. Okay, great. Okay, we had Ellen. She was in there. We'll take Ellen, then we'll move right to the slides. But tomorrow night, Miss Grace, I'm glad you're on my team because guess who's doing the training tomorrow night? All right, go ahead, Miss Ellen. Miss
Okay.
Ellen.
Yeah, I had a question about TV. Um, if someone, I need to tell some people that are interested in it how they can cast from their phone to their TV. Because they have a smart TV, but not a Roku TV, so they need to use their phone and then cast it to the TV, and I don't know how to do that.
I'll take
You
that
got,
one. Oh, you want
yeah,
to take it, Teddy?
no, no. I was gonna have her
I
to
can
talk to you
I
on
can
that one.
help answer that question. This is Parlisha calling from California, Pat Lloyd's daughter.
Hmm?
As far what I did, is you can have a smart TV, but you're going to need a Roku. So what I did, I had, of course, we have 5 devices. I bought went to online and I bought 4 Roku sticks, and Walmart sells them. You can actually go.
Yeah. Phone cut out. I'm not hearing anything more.
No, I'm not hearing either.
Dave, you can jump
Okay.
Do you
in.
want to
Okay.
pick
I'll,
up that
I'll just jump.
question?
I'll just jump in on this game real quick. Casting, you don't need a Roku. You don't need any. You can cast to any kind of smart TV. The key in
Please
casting
feel
is
free to
your
jump in
TV
so we
need.
can move to the next.
Whoops.
How are
Okay.
you? Okay,
Oh, there's too many people talking.
there you go.
Okay. So let me go back to. Okay. So on a technical standpoint, very simple. If your TV is a smart TV, it's connected to the internet. It's connected to your home network. Okay. On whatever device you want to connect, whether it's your cell phone, your tablet, whatever it may be, it needs to be on the same network. Okay. So if you have if you have a Samsung Galaxy, okay, a lot of people have Galaxies, an Android side, that's a very popular phone. Okay. When you turn on Smart View, it'll pull up and it'll look for any devices that are available for casting on that network. So if your home network is Dave's network, and your phone and your phone and your TV are both in that same network, it'll see it. So just go to the cast option, and it will see any things that are on your internet in your house. So it's not specific to Roku or anything. You can do it with the Chrome. You can do it with the Chromecast. You can do it with the Roku. You can do it with the Smart TV. You can do it with the Fire Stick. Any of those things you can cast with.
All right. Thank you, Dave. And thank you, Teddy. Thank you,
Mhm.
Jovins. Wonderful job. Appreciate the extra time too, being able to spend with some Q&A. I know the group here on the call appreciates that extra attention. I agree with Cynthia. Maybe we schedule another call where we can just do a Q&A jam. I think there'd probably be some great interest in that. But I do want to go ahead and finish up with some slides that I want to make sure everybody sees before we close, because I know, again, tonight's the last night of the Epic Deal of the Week, and people probably want to get back online and things. So let's just give you some more information here. First of all, we do have a challenge to all representatives this month. It's a calendar month challenge. The first challenge: recruit 2 new IMRs. Remember what Joven said. The best way to build your business is find other hungry people that want to build. Get some folks in your business, and that's the first challenge of the month. The second challenge: acquire 3 new customers. With the play ball promotion, just this activity alone is going to promote virtually everybody on this call to their next pin. But on top of that, you're going to win special prizes if you achieve those goals this month. So another reason to really get running immediately, first thing tomorrow morning, if not tonight. Um, if you recruit the 2 new IMRs, this is the special prize you will receive. This is pretty cool. This is really an amazing bundle of products plus the tote. I mean, goodness, for 2 IMRs, that is, you talk about a win-win. Get that done. And if you acquire the 3 new customers, you'll receive this prize as well. Imagine if you did both. Imagine if you achieved both challenges, got both these rewards packages, and promoted to your next pin level, all in the month of April. Can you imagine what a momentum builder? Again, Joven's talked about momentum, the big mo. Can you imagine what this would do if you were storming through April and achieving these 2 goals, having those new partners, getting the special prizes, promoting to your next pin level? Wow. I mean, you talk about May 1st being an exciting corporate call. That would be something. And what if we had 10, 15 people from this call, 20 people from this call achieve this? We would have all new momentum, not just in your business, but in the entire company. So, with that said, the May corporate call is already scheduled. It's a little bit later into the month. So, we want to make you aware of that, and definitely get pre registered, because you saw at the beginning of this call, you can earn 500 reward points just for pre registering. And that's a way that you can, with it being on May 5th, we're going to have a pretty good idea of who hit all those April targets. And we're going to be able to highlight all of that. And by May 5th, you'll already have promoted to your next pin, and you'll already be in the customer club, hopefully. And what an opportunity this month presents to everybody here on this line. So with that, I want to again thank all of our guest speakers. I want to thank Jamel again for that wonderful word of prayer at the beginning. I want to wish everybody a happy Easter, a warm Good Friday, Passover for everybody involved. Just have a great weekend and have a great month. And we can't wait to see all the great progress when we get back on